everyone, welcome to vocal video warm-ups number 1. We're going to do 4 warm-ups on this video. The first one is our singing down on knee, which is trying to get the resonance into the upper cheeks and the nose. Make sure you're using your head voice to blend downwards. One of the goals, the primary goal with this, is to get your sound to be even from the top note to the bottom note in each set of 5 notes. When you've conquered singing it on knee so that it feels like it's really comfortable and even and steady the whole time, then you can try different vowels. There would be 4 more vowels to try. One would be O, singing it on no. The next would be to sing it on ah for na. Following that, we'll sing on nu, and then the last one to do is ne. Often, for many people, ne is the hardest one to get evened out and steady. Here we go. I'm starting in the key of B major. Notice that I'm using a tall jaw so that my mouth is more of a long shape instead of the wide shape, and as I get higher it gets even taller, but you don't want it to be so tall that you feel any pull in the jaw. The next exercise we're going to do is working for range up high, and it's the Z-ah that we have done, which I can't seem to find. There we go, now I have it. And I'm going to start this in the key of C, starting on middle C. And this works higher than the first exercise, partially because you have some propulsion as you're singing that opening arpeggio. So when you get to the top of this, so on that very top note, you can pitch that note. And if you're going to do this, it shouldn't just be an arm waving, because it's not the arm that does it. It's the pull that lets you use all your abdominal muscles so that you're pulling from here to get those muscles to open up. I highly recommend that you do that. And some room to go before I hit my top notes that I should be hitting. The next one we're going to do, it works in the opposite direction. So it's working on building our lower notes. Viva, viva, vo. You notice there is a jaw shape change. Viva. So that the V, even though we try to go long with our jaw, it's not all the way open. Viva. So be sure you let it open farther on the va to let that low sound go forth. Viva, viva, vo. 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 You will notice that as a first soprano, my voice really stopped long before we hit the end of that exercise. If you wish, you can go back up the octave and do that. If you are a low voice, alto or bass, you want to go low, but you don't want to push hard. Never push on your vocal cords. So let it happen, and if you continue doing these exercises, you will get more depth. It's also worth noting that the more you practice up high, the more it helps feed the tone control you have on your bottom notes. So don't just go for the low exercises or just the high exercises. Try to get a well-rounded mix. The last exercise we're going to do is Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. This is to get our articulations going. And I know mine have gotten really lazy. So we're going to start this in the key of D major. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Couple things to notice. Here we're now mixing different vowel sounds, so that part of the difficulty in keeping an even tone is that you're going from one vowel sound to a different sound. Sometimes you might want to sing this without any of the consonants in there, just on the vowels. Just to get the vowels to work together. And then put the consonants back in, because of course it's harder to get good vowel sound when you have to have the consonants in between them. But we obviously need the consonants to get our words across. Some things to pay attention to on this: side by side at the end. Be sure you have an ending D on both times you sing the word side. When you sing Sylvester, it's not Sylvester, but Sylvester. So you drop the R and make it a silent H sound. So Sylvester and Silva and saucers. Okay, we're going to start it on D again, and we'll see how far we can take this. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester because I will get better on that. A couple things to notice. As you go higher, don't let your jaw stretch up because you'll pinch those vowels. So the jaw, you should have just a slight tilt. And through everything, pay attention to having your back straight. Pay attention to that, and then think about having a cord pulling up to help, not so that it pulls back, you don't want your jaw out there, but you want it to pull up that it helps elongate your back. So next time you sing these, you can remember those added things. Have fun.